Going to go live now to 7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig.
She talked to the sheriff's daughter and his right-hand man, who will never forget that last phone call. Kim?
Absolutely, Dave and Glenda. 4 weeks ago today, Sheriff Napoleon called his chief of staff, Michael Turner. He said he was on the way to the ER, but he told him, "I got this."
Still in shock. When he discovered that he was positive, I never for one moment thought he wouldn't beat it. Here's a man who looked danger in the face for over 45 years.
But last night, Sheriff Benny Napoleon passed away after a battle with COVID-19. Today, the first day his right-hand man, Michael Turner, came to work knowing his dear friend and boss would never be back.
Men and women in this agency have to get up and come to work. He would expect me to suit up, man up, and come in. And here's where I am.
COVID is vicious, and though it affects people differently, some people don't have symptoms, some people have very, very severe symptoms. I think we have to be compassionate because, we don't know the fate of people. So we can say, oh, well, it won't hit people that bad. We never know.
And Sheriff Napoleon's daughter, Tiffany Jackson, could not have imagined that the wickedness of COVID would wreak so much havoc on her dad's body that it would take his life, leaving her son without the shadow that followed him on weekends.
He loves my son. My son is 13 years old, and he would call him his favorite hooper. And he would always say, when I retire, my only job is going to be traveling to watch my boy hoop.
If I had a scheduled event, he said, man, I ain't doing that. I got a basketball game to go to. Give it to somebody else.
Anywhere my son was playing and my dad was available, it didn't matter how far.
I walked to the door with him 12 years ago. My first call in the morning and my last call at night. And he always said, man, if anything happened to me, just make sure Tiff and Malachi are taken care of.
I think it's incumbent upon us to look out for the least among us, and that because there's always someone who is not as fortunate as you happen to be.
He was called to be a public servant, and he fulfilled that calling for 45 years. And I don't think that he had one regret behind his career as a public servant.
Pray for us and understand this is real. COVID ain't went nowhere. Don't be scared of that shot. Be scared of COVID.
And we're live outside 1300 Beaubien, just right near Greektown. And this was police headquarters when Benny Napoleon was Detroit's chief of police. There'll be a lot of memories and certainly a lot of people that will miss him. Back to you.
Some powerful words that will stay with us from the Sheriff's Chief of Staff. Kim, thank you so much. We have a gallery.